Where do we go when the sunshine meets the night? Chasing a ghost between the lines, stuck between the smoke and vice. Where do we go when the sunshine meets the night? Chasing a ghost between the lines, stuck between the smoke and vice. Where do we go?
Hello new people, my name is Joe and this is the Joe is Hungry channel, where today we're headed over to Papa John's to check out their newest limited time offer, the Cheesy Burger Pizza. Give it a taste, issue a score, right here within the city limits of Fairmount, Georgia. Now it's time for the ever popular birthday shout outs. Sean, thank you for supporting the channel and happy birthday. Stephen, Gabriel, Amy, Bobby, and Noah, Shy, Olivia, Elia, Mike, and Dexter, Sophia, Jake, Zach, and Steven. I want to wish each and every one of you a very hungry happy birthday. With that business behind us, the Cheesy Burger Pizza that only comes in medium is made up of 1 medium original crust, 1/4 pound of ground beef, burger sauce and diced tomatoes, cheese and sliced pickles, a side of special garlic sauce, and a single pepperoncini. Each single slice, and there are 8 slices in each pizza, account for 270 calories. I have the full nutritional information on the screen and in the description below. To pick up one of these, you're going to have to shell out $12.99 before taxes in Georgia, and you may ask, is this a good deal? Will this thing be served piping hot, straight out of the oven, as I suspect it will? Well, we're about to unlock the truth when we head on over to Papa John's in Cartersville, Georgia.
Back to the bone if you know you know. Back to the
I've got my pizzas. Let's pull off to a better spot and do the Joe is Hungry temperature test. Burger pizza number 1 is 197.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Burger pizza number 2 is 187.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Burger pizza number 3 is 182.8 degrees Fahrenheit. If you've been watching my channel at all, you know I like my temperatures at 140 degrees or above. Apparently, this was pulled straight out of the oven, as they usually do, because today, Papa John's, you passed the Joe is Hungry temperature test. Now it's time to open this box, take a deep look inside, get ready for a full pizza biopsy, head back to the studios and do the Joe is Hungry weight test. Well, Papa John's, you definitely killed it on the temperature test. I expected nothing less. You pull these things out of the oven. That is just how you operate. But can you make these things the same size? We're about to find out when we take off for the packaging. In other words, set the tear on the scales. Cheesy Burger number 1 is 1 pound 10.65 ounces, or 755 grams. Cheesy Burger number 2 is 1 pound 10.30 ounces, or 746 grams. Cheesy Burger number 3 weighs in at 1 pound 11.90 ounces, or 791 grams. Well, the difference between the heaviest and the lightest is actually less than 10% of the average weight of all three. So today, Papa John's, you pass the Joe is Hungry consistency weight test. Well, Papa John's, they don't have any serving weights and nutritional information for this today, so all I have left to do is add them all up, average them out, do the math, and you come up with kind of high for pizza, 72 cents an ounce, which leads us on to the next test. The one and only, the Joe is Hungry big reveal. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like. Well, we've seen what it looks like, and we saw how much it was. A little pricey for pizza, in my book anyway. As far as what it looks like, from what I'm seeing here, it's pretty close to its ad photos. Can't deny that. If you think different, leave it in the comments. Which leads us on to the next test, the one and only, the Joe is Hungry bite test. So it is, bite test, engage. The pizza crust was the standard thick style with a very slight amount of crispiness. The hamburger was just the regular ground beef topping, and in my opinion, maybe just a little bit skimpy on the portion. The tomato pieces and the burger sauce added a nice background flavor and very slightly reminded me of a hamburger. However, the pickles, they were actually the dominant flavor and tended to overwhelm everything else. With that being said, let's return to the scene of the crime, see what Shadow Joe says, and do the Joe is Hungry sneak-a-doodle bite. Sneak-a-doodle bite number 1. Sneak-a-doodle bite number 2. Sneak-a-doodle bite number 3. It is definitely hot. It is very cheesy. I can taste the tartness of the pickles, and I can also detect a little bit of hamburger. So let's go ahead and give this a score. If you don't know my scale is 1 to 10, 9 being the best. Anything above 9 is a once a lifetime experience and almost never achieved. 5 and down is that slippery slope to the pits and depths of fast food hell. So let's go ahead and give this the number that it truly deserves. Papa John's. In spite of the per ounce price being a little bit high for what I expect out of pizza these days, and the flavor combinations being a little bit out of balance, it was served hot and fresh. Customer service, they were on point, and I still like the flavor. So today, I don't know, I think I'm gonna go 6.8. That is my number. This is my review, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.